10,000 hours make you a professional or expert at that thing. Black men, you have been alive. Let me look at the camera. Black men, you have been alive longer than 10,000 hours. You are a professional black man. You are a fucking expert. Can't nobody else tell you how to be a black man, especially here in America, because you've been doing that shit well over 10,000 hours. You've been doing it your whole fucking life. Bruh, how you gonna sharpen your sword and be on these women asses and you not being better? Trust me, I can talk shit with the best of them. When you see that side of Kofa, like, if this is YouTube shit is gonna be entertainment, trust me, I grew up on Def Comedy Jam. It's not the smoke you want.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let's move on. I want to share this this clip. I mean, this some statistics from blackdemographics.com. I think y'all should be able to see that. I don't think I need to blow it up anymore. But you know what? I will. Because I want you to focus on, this is the life expectancy. This is black life expectancy. And a decrease for black men since 2014. You know, you can take a gander at black women and white men, white women. But again, at the top of the chat, I spoke about one of the older guys at the cigar bar that I was cool with, and, you know, taught me a lot in a little bit of time that I knew him, but he just hit 80 earlier this year. But y'all can see it went from 72.5, 72.2, 66 years old, y'all. Right here. It's 66 years old, man. That means roughly I got 25 more years left, not claiming it. My ultimate goal is to get to 100. People say, oh, you want to be that broke down? I plan to keep myself in shape. You know, inshallah, God willing, I'll be able to stay in shape and have all my faculties and shit working, you know, still be in my right mind. Because my grandmother hit 90. She was able to hit 90 plus. I don't think she passed until she was 94, 95. But she was still razor sharp. Still razor sharp. So that's one of my goals. She was literally working at an old folks home when she hit 90, taking care of people in their 70s. So that's my girl.
You go, girl!
RP to my grandmama, but she was very sharp. But when that dementia hit, it hit. So y'all saw the numbers, man. So 66 is now the new number. I guess they're probably recalculating over the last 2 years, but as of 2021, black men's life expectancy is 66 years old. That's a problem, y'all. And I be on brothers all the time. Yes, go and travel, go see the world. That picture you see behind me, I got that done in the DR for $250. If I got it done here in Atlanta, looking like it looked, that's easy. 2,500, 3 bands, easy. But because I left home to grow, my morning motivation, you got to leave home to grow, what I was talking about on my live last night, because I left home to go see another culture, go enjoy myself, chill, kick it, see the sunrise in another atmosphere, all that shit. That's how I got that picture behind me. I made sure Buddy put a crown on it, because that's how we got to start seeing ourselves, brothers. As I've said throughout the night, you matter, you're not crazy. That's why I wanted to title that. So when we're asking these questions about what does a woman bring to the table, what do I get out the deal? You're not crazy. It's not a far-fetched idea. I'm gonna share this real quick with y'all, man. I had this conversation with the brothers real quick, because I do need to bring myself up on the screen so y'all can see me talk about this, because it's for a reason. But right here, I like to think logically about stuff, for real. Like all, YouTube puns and stuff like that aside. But I like to, yeah, I just looked at Gail's comment. Yeah, whoa, it is correct. It is correct, 66. I thought it was like 78 still, but it's 66. But let me get to this and break this down again for guys, right? The first 18 years of your life, those belong to your parents. Those belong to your parents. You're a child. And anybody knows in that early, what I call your first military contract or college years, 18 to about 22, maybe 24, you can stretch it. You're still a child for the most part. You're grown. You can go in the military, drink alcohol, do all this grown folk shit, but you're not an adult yet because you don't have the experience. So the first 18 years of your life, brother, those belong to your parents. The next 18 years, you're figuring things out and making corrections from those mistakes you made, those things that you fucked up pretty much in your 20s. You got to correct those mistakes, be it your credit, not having gone to school, going back to get a certain certification, figuring out that mama and daddy was right, whoever your mentors were. You're going through and you're just gaining experience. So by this time, how old are you? Y'all know I don't like to do math in public, but I figured this one out before I cut the camera on. That means you're 36. So the first 18 years, then the next 18 years, now you're 36. What did I say earlier, brothers? Between 35 to 45, that is your sweet spot. That's your sweet spot. Now you've corrected those mistakes, or you see a way to correct those mistakes. You see your way out of the forest from those mistakes that you made, and now you're starting to correct them. You've gained the experience because you should have been working. I'm big on work ethic. I don't do that whole I was young and lazy type of shit. I'm big on work ethic. I've been working since I was 17. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to shit on nobody or whatever situation you may have had, but that's not over here in Kofaville. We're not going to do that. We're not going to be lazy. So now you're 36 and now you're working. This is why so many women get this pushback. Again, I can only speak for brothers like me, like myself, and that think like me. I've done all this work. I'm supposed to turn around and just give my money to you, to Steve Harvey's point, give my money to you and some children that aren't mine. Because at this age, the women in my age group are now at geriatric pregnancy. Majority of black men do not have children. I got quite a few homeboys, we're all around the same age, 38 to 41, that don't have children. But the women that they're looking at have already had their kids. You've already had your tubes tied. You've already had a hysterectomy. You might have cysts on your ovaries, things of that nature. You may not be able to produce children. But now he's a predator because he wants to go get with a woman in her late 20s. We got to stop that shit. But this is something for men to think about. I just like to try to break things down a little bit different than what's being pushed out here. After them first 18 years of correcting those mistakes and fixing those fuck ups and figuring things out, don't let people shame you and sign language you. Shame, insults, guilt trips, and need to be right. Don't let them people do that to you with that, you a grown ass man. You should have blah, 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 blah. You fucked up. You were just now born at 36. Because the first half of your life belonged to your parents. The second half of your life was spent figuring life out. You just now born at 36. Let's move on to the second point, brothers. How old are you? Y'all can answer yourselves. Answer in the chat. Matter of fact, y'all answer in the chat for me, because I'm going somewhere with this. How old are you? How long have you been black? Probably since you've been born, whatever age you're at, right? It takes 10,000 hours to be a professional at something. You've been alive well longer than 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours, I think, is roughly like a year and a couple of months. So let's just say a year. Let's just call it a year and a half, make it even. A year and 6 months is 10,000 hours. You become a professional at whatever you've done and dedicated a year and 6 months to. Those 10,000 hours make you a professional or an expert at that thing. Black men, you have been alive. Let me look at the camera. Black men, you have been alive longer than 10,000 hours. You are a professional black man. You are a fucking expert. Can't nobody else tell you how to be a black man, especially here in America, because you've been doing that shit well over 10,000 hours. You've been doing it your whole fucking life. That makes you a professional black man. You not crazy. You're not crazy, bro. You know the shit you're saying. You know what the fuck is going on. You know what you hear. You know what you've experienced. You are a professional black man. Don't let no fucking body take that shit away from you. Your job is to be a better professional black man. Again, I'm a basketball fan. I liken it to being in the NBA. You got on the practice squad, then you actually made the team. You didn't get no playing time. You was on the bench, but you're still in the NBA. You're still a professional. Then you work your way up to 6-man, get a little bit of PT. Then you slowly work your way into the starting lineup. Then you slowly keep working your way through the playoffs. Then you slowly work your way to what? A championship ring. Your championship ring may be getting married. Your championship ring may be being the coldest bachelor that ever walked the face of the planet. Whatever your championship ring is, brothers, I want you to achieve it because you are a professional black man, but you still got work to do. Don't forget that. Again, as I said earlier, I'm bringing it back on me. Y'all can see it right there. 35 to 45 is your sweet spot. Had a conversation with a homeboy not too long ago, and we were saying that, we were feeling like we was behind at some point, and I told him, like, bro, I had to stop around 36. I had to stop and realize we're on time. You are not behind, bro. Again, you matter. You're not crazy.